Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo and Parkway RV Center. Today, guys, I've got another nice Class A gas motorhome, and guys, this one is a bunk house. Very rare floor plan, especially with these lower miles and this price. Today, we're going to look at a beautiful 2007 Winnebago Sightseer. This is the model 35J. First year for the bunkhouse floor plan in the Sightseer. Nice unit. It just turned. It's got 20,500 miles on it exactly. 2 slides. Overall length at its longest point is 35 feet 2 inches. It's a Winnebago, so you get their crowned one-piece fiberglass roof. One of the many things that made them famous. One of the strongest roof. In fact, the strongest roof in its class. Nice unit. I've got the generator running. It's got a 5500 Onan gasoline generator with 702 hours on it, I believe. Running right now. Both air conditioners are blowing ice cold. Dash air's ice cold. Refrigerator's gone. Nice unit, guys. You know, Winnebago, I owned one adventurer myself for many years. Owned two Winnebagos in my history, and I like them, guys. They actually build 80% of their own parts at the factory. That's something that separates them from all the other RV manufacturers. See, Winnebago actually builds RVs, not just puts them together. So what's nice about that versus other brands out there, let's just say one day this compartment door comes off for whatever reason. It's an 07. Most other manufacturers, tough luck. You have to have something custom made, have it painted, cost you a mint. But Winnebago, even if this unit, even if it's 10 years from now, this 07 model, you call the factory, give them the VIN number, chances are they have that compartment door in stock or can make it for you and get it to you in a couple of weeks. And I like Winnebago because you can order parts directly from the factory instead of going through the middleman like a dealer. Winnebago was also the first RV manufacturer to build their own frames in-house. So it's an aluminum frame with steel in the front cab. And because of that, see, all the other manufacturers, or most of them, all of them back then except Winnebago, bought aftermarket frames. That's how Lippert Components got to be the mega giant they are in the RV parts industry, was by originally building frames for motorhomes. Well, the Winnebago wasn't happy with the quality of the frames they were getting, plus they weren't happy with the fact their engineers have to design the motorhome around the frame. In other words, guys, you might have the same frame on a Fleetwood Bounder as you do a Tiffin Allegro. And Winnebago said, you know what, we're going to build our own frames in-house so that we can design the frame for the particular motorhome we want to build instead of vice versa. And that's exactly what they did, guys. And because of that, there's still quite a noticeable difference when you drive a Winnebago going down the interstate. You get less squeaks and rattles. You get a tighter fit and finish. Slide out, seal tighter. You just get a lot less noise on a Winnebago than most other Class A gases. Of course, I got the motor running. I've got generator running. Clean motorhome tires, still got the tabs on them. They look good. Both slide outs have toppers on them. It's got a patio awning. I know this isn't the full body paint, but heck, guys, does it really matter? It's got the 3-camera backup camera system. Windshields look good. Dash air is cold, which is unusual for an 07. And the only reason I'm sure that it's working is because somebody's worked on it over the past 14, 15 years, and that's a sign that one's been taken care of when the previous owners actually cared enough about it to keep the dash air functioning. Got a little outside stereo, got some good storage, 6-gallon DSi water heater, double ducted roof airs. Let's look inside. And what I like about this motorhome, it's all original. Has the original carpet, doesn't need to be replaced, which is another thing unusual for an 07. Boy, that air feels good. Even though it's only like 78 degrees, it's not that hot today. Oh, wow. And I've just had this on a few minutes because This was a very spur of the moment video. I wasn't even going to do one today, but this thing came in, even though I may have to stay over to put it on. Wow, what an RV, guys. Hydraulic leveling jacks, 20,500 miles, no check engine lights, warning lights, brake lights, none of that. Even though it may look funny on camera because this is a CRT monitor, the backup cameras work great, the sides, the right and left as well. Because it got a different refresh rate between my camera and that monitor, it may look like it's black, but I promise you it's got a clear picture in person. Stereo, dash air is cold. I forgot my thermometer, but you just have to take my word for it, guys. Dash air is nice and cold. Everything looks good up here. This is the only weird part about it, and I don't quite know what caused this. Maybe it's just age. But this vinyl covering that goes over the dash, it's not soft. Of course, that's plastic under there, so you got nothing to worry about there. But it's just a little bit wrinkled right here. You mean if somebody wanted to take the time and the trouble, maybe take this piece off here, pull this back with some headliner glue, stretch it, try to keep the wrinkles out of it, you might make it look a lot better. But then again, you might make it come out worse. So, I mean, if it was mine, I wouldn't worry about it. But I like to point out any flaws that I see, guys, just the way I am. Because these are used RVs, no matter how nice and clean they are, there's always going to be imperfections somewhere. I saw that. Got the original TV, or not the original TV, but it's been changed out. Looks like you got a little DVD or Blu-ray player up there. It's got a small inverter, so you can operate the TV or while you're going down the road without running the generator. Seats look good, however, on the driver's seat. This is certainly no big deal. Here's the thing, guys. When you have a slide out right here, it's very, very important to remember to slide your driver's seat all the way up before we bring it in or out. They didn't. They caught it right here. The seal put a little black mark. It's got a small hole about half the size of my thumbnail right there. Certainly not worth having the seat replaced or recovered. But again, guys, I try to point out anything I see. Carpets look good. I mean, they could stand a cleaning, I guess, but certainly doesn't need to be replaced by no means. You do have a table booth and a couch that make beds, so you can sleep 4 up here. Of course, you know, Winnebago's hard wood cabinets have got their patented glaze on it that protects them from fading or chipping or anything like that. And it's weird because if you've seen some of the vintage Winnebagos from like the 60s and 70s, they've used that glaze since then, and the cabinets look just as good as this 07. And I think it's because of that glaze they put on there. They actually have a patent on that, so nobody else can do it. And you can really see the crowned roof in here, so it doesn't have a flat surface for water to collect. And strong roof. I mean, you punch a Winnebago roof, guys, it's like punching a brick wall with a carpeted headliner. You do that, and you can tell, and people look at me like I'm crazy when I tell them this. You do that punch test on a Fleetwood, a Coachman, a Four Winds, or any other brand out there, you can tell that it gives a little. This thing doesn't give. Very, very strong roof system by Winnebago. Kitchen looks good. Now, it doesn't have coin countertops, guys. It's a Sightseer, so it's more or less the entry model, but it's still, guys, I'll take a Winnebago entry-level model under a lot of other brands' mid-grade models. And my gosh, folks, where are you going to beat this unit for the price with bunks? For those of you looking for bunk houses, they're few and far between, and to find one with 20,000 miles for under 50 with 2 slides with Winnebago quality is also hard to get. Now, the refrigerator, I've only had on just a little bit, but we do guarantee it to work. And I don't know if I can tell if it's getting cold or not. We'll come back to it toward the end of the video. I don't want to tell you that I feel it getting cold unless I know it's getting cold, because 99% of the time, if your freezer starts getting cold, then a few hours later your refrigerator will catch up to it. It can take these things 6, 8, 12, sometimes 24 hours to get to operating temp. Stovetop looks good. Obviously, like a lot of them, they didn't cook, or at least cook inside. Oven looks good and clean. Microwave, clean. It works. That's one thing you can scratch off your list. Slide out pantries, always nice to have. And should have one under here too. 3 of them. You've got a solid sliding door so you can separate the sleeping area from the rest of the RV. This is your second slide. You've got the closets and then the bunks and the slide out. 2 bunks, and I just cut the light off. My big butt hit that switch. You've got privacy curtains on each bunk. You've got DVD player right here, and you've got individual flip down TVs right here as well. And you should have one down here as well. Yep, it does. You've got a slide out tray on the bottom. And I've actually seen people put another bunk mattress in here too, make it another bunk, but that's a little extreme. But this is cool, guys. It's a bunk house, but it's got a king size bed. So you still got king size for mom and dad, but you got the bunks for the kids. And got the original bedspread. Ooh, it's cold back here. You got a big closet across in the slide out across from the bed. Got some drawer space. That big ugly guy in the mirror just keeps following us around in these videos, doesn't he? I try to run them off, but kind of hard to do. It is missing a TV back here, so you may have to go to Walmart, get you a $100 TV or $120 TV or whatever to stick back here. It probably wouldn't take much of one to do it. Looks good here. You got individual reading lamps, nightstands. You got plug-ins on both of them, which is a nice feature to have. 6'10" ceiling height. And again, guys, you have more sliding doors, so you can separate the kids from the adults. And you know, nobody's ever going to get house type privacy in a motor home, but that's about as much privacy as you can ever expect to get in a motor home between 2 sleeping areas. Bathroom looks good. Sliding glass door. You can look around the skylight, guys. There's no stains in here. In the headliner, this thing's been well kept. Shower looks good. It's tinting a little bit yellow, so it means it's been outside just a little bit, but not bad. In fact, it may even look white in the video, I don't know, but not bad. It hasn't been stored outside much. As many of you know, when they tint yellow, that's the UV rays coming from the skylight, turning the plastic a bright yellow. This one's not bad at all. It's almost like an ivory color. But it's fiberglass roof, so there's really nothing to worry about with that. 705 hours. I think I said 702. 705 on the generator, which to me is not too many, not too few. Because, you know, worst thing a generator can do, guys, is sit. You know, I understand not everybody has the luxury of taking their motorhome out every week or 2 or every month for a trip. But, you know, part of owning an RV is you don't want to let it sit too long. You know, even if you just go out and crank up the motor and crank up the generator once a month, put a load on the generator and let it run for 30 minutes to an hour. That's better than nothing. Of course, the best thing to do when you're doing that is to drive it somewhere. Drive it, if you're able to drive it to work. You have a place to park it at work, drive it to work every couple of weeks just for a day. Just to keep everything lubricated, and you do that, guys, you have a lot less issues. And the fact it's got 700 hours, I feel better about that than I would if it had 200 hours on an 07 generator, if that makes sense. But it's a nice unit, guys. I think for the $49.9 price, this thing will sell very, very quickly, because for those of you looking for bunks, and FYI, I do have a Damon Astoria that I was going to shoot today, a diesel bunk house for $79.9, but every time I go out there to shoot it, people have been in it Saturday, and we've had a lot full of customers all day. So I seen the recon guys bring this one around from the back. I said, hey, let me get on this one. I've always loved Winnebagos, guys. So I jumped on this one, and I'll do the Damon Astoria. I'll try to do it Tuesday, because I'm not going to be in Monday. I'm taking a day off, so be up in the Smokies. But I'll try to put it Tuesday. And it's a Damon Astoria for $79.9 diesel. I'll have to get all the details, guys. I just poked my head in it, but it's a full body paint one for $79.9. I don't know the miles, or I know it's a bunkhouse. So I will have a couple of bunkhouses. If you want to know more details about that Astoria, guys, you don't want to wait till Tuesday to shoot a video. Just pick up the phone and call us, and one of my salespeople will tell you the details about it, send you pictures or whatever. But in the meantime, to me, this one's just as nice. It may not be a diesel, but, you know, and I got asked this earlier today, would I prefer diesel or gas? Well, you know, diesel is always going to be better, but depends on what you're going to do with it. If you're like most people, you're still working, you're only going to use this a few times a year, save yourself some money and go with the gas. You know, if you're only going to keep it 3 or 4 years and just use it, you know, a handful of times a year, as long as you go out there and crank it up about once a month and generator, let it run for a little bit, the gas is absolutely fine. Don't overcomplicate it. I mean, if you're full-timing or you're retired, you're going to be using it 6 months out of the year, then by all means go with the diesel. But and you can afford it because diesels cost more up front. But honestly, guys, this thing right here, it's a great family motor home. This has a lot of life left to it. Honestly, guys, this could probably serve your needs for the next few years, and then somebody else's for the next few years if you take care of it. And with 20,000 miles, you're not going to wear this thing out. That Ford V10 is a heck of a motor. And by the way, this does have the hot rod V10, which is, instead of the 305 horsepower, it's got the 3-valve one that's 362 horsepower with a 5,000 pound tow capacity Ford 5-speed torque shift transmission, which is Ford's version of an Allison, so it's a heavy duty transmission. So power is great on this one. 459 pound-feet of torque. But 35 feet 2 inches, so not too big, not too small. Lots of room in here, lots of sleeping. God, this thing can sleep 8 people. Basically, it's the convenience of a Class A, the storage capacity, the tank sizes of a Class A. To me, great drivability because you sit up taller than everybody in one of these. And you get the sleeping capacity of a Class C. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And a nice unit, guys, it really is. If this is something you think you're interested in, give us a call at 706-965-7929. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to my YouTube channel, RVs with Big Bo, and make sure you like me on Facebook. If you want to message me, guys, I don't normally take phone calls, but if you want to email me, you can email me at bo@parkwayrvcenter.com. I'm not in sales, so I can't sell you this coach, but you know, if you just got questions about RVs in particular, or brands or advice or whatever, I don't mind doing that. Or you can message me on Facebook, guys. If you go to my Facebook page, RVs with Big Bo, and you like it, send me a message. I will reply. It may not be instant, but I will reply to you usually within a day. But again, guys, I'm not in sales. I don't have time for sales. Nothing wrong with being in sales, but I just don't have the time to do it with everything else I do, including the marketing. So, you know, if you do want to buy one, you will have to go through one of my salespeople, which I've got a great group of guys. Nobody puts pressure on you. You know, we're one of the few RV dealerships around that has, well, we're the only one with this much used inventory in one location. And the fact that we just simply let you look. I mean, gosh, guys, I had some people today griping about Ripoff World. They said they can't even go out there and look. They said they have to go in there, sit down, talk to somebody for 10 minutes, give them a copy of their driver's license, answer all these questions. They jump on a golf cart, salesperson drives them around. They show them 3 RVs, that's it. And they show them the ones they want them to look at that they think best suits their needs. Guys, did everybody become 12-year-olds? I mean, if you're a grown man or a grown woman and you're wanting to look at RVs, you don't need a stranger telling you which one best suits your needs, okay? You have an idea before you've done your research online. You have an idea before you step foot on the lot what you want to look at. I never understood that, guys. And I know it's to help, you know, when they taught us that procedure, when I worked there for a few months, I know that it was to cut down on wasting time on people that just want to browse. See, they don't want browsers there. They want buyers, not lookers. They want to turn that looker into a buyer, and if they can't do it, they want to run them off. That's their unofficial philosophy. Guys, everybody's welcome here. You know, we're family owned and operated 53 years. You know, the looker of the day is the buyer of tomorrow. And even if it's years down the road, guys, everybody's welcome here. You know, if it's during business hours, look around, look at the units, prices on the windshield, they're haggle-free firm prices. See which floor plan works best for you. Or if you just want to browse at them and you might be years away from buying, guys, come on out. Treat it like a used RV show 6 days a week. And like I said, guys, we're very easygoing here. You know, we understand your frustrations when it comes to dealing with these big corporate dealers. And we do everything we can to be opposite of that. We don't nickel and dime you with surprise fees when you buy an RV from us. You know, you go to Rip Off World, all these other places, you see something priced for 50 grand. Time they get done with it, you paid $70,000 for it because they're adding dock fee, prep fee, processing fee, happy camper fee, freight fee, this, and this, nickel and diming you to death. And then they're upselling you. All right, I'll sell it to you for that $50,000 price, but you got to buy a 4-year extended warranty for this amount of money. You got to buy gap insurance for this amount of money. That's added to your loan. That's marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. Nothing a dealer offers you is at cost, guys. There's profit involved. That's how people wind up spending 70 grand on a unit that was priced $49.9 to begin with. Guys, let me tell you how we operate here. Very easy, very simple, easy, simple, and done. $49.9, haggle-free firm, not taking a penny less for it. If you ask, I'll tell you the same thing. $49.9, haggle-free firm. We guarantee the slide outs, refrigerator, roof airs, generator to work like they're supposed to. You can inspect anything else you want to inspect or hire an inspector, third-party inspector, no problem. But that's the things we guarantee to work. We have no fees. It's $49.9 plus applicable sales tax. Now, some people pay sales tax here. Some people pay sales tax at their local DMV office when they tag and title it. Depends on the state you live in and how you pay for it. So if you want to know what your out-the-door cost will be, give us a call, but it will be plus applicable sales tax. It will be, if you are a Georgia resident, we do have to charge $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee, depends on your county. In Georgia, that's Georgia buyers only. Out-of-state buyers, you don't have to worry about that. That's it, guys. No this, and no plus this, and this. No upsells. You know, we're not going to pull out a menu. And guys, here's the thing. If they pull out a menu with different payments for your RV and they say, oh, this payment includes this and this payment includes this, and this one includes everything, and it's only 20-something more dollars a month, guys, best thing you do is get up and leave, because they're trying to rip you off. When they start talking about payment over amount finance, guys, you're in trouble. They're going to run you through the ringer. When they don't even tell you how much you're financing, they're trying to close you on payment. That's the worst way you can buy a car, a truck, an RV, a boat, anything is on payment. Do your due diligence. I tell everybody, before you go to a dealership's finance department, call your own personal bank or credit union that you use for financing. See what they offer as far as rates and terms. Use the internet, guys. Try to look up what the current rates and terms are at the major lenders. Information is power, and it protects you from getting ripped off, because these corporate RV dealerships, they overcharge by financing by thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. And that's just money that you're overpaying for financing. And they do it by marking the interest rate up over what you got approved for. Because think about it, guys. You're going through their lenders, the ones they do business with. You have no contact with that lender. Only information you get is from the finance manager and the salesperson and whoever else, other dealership employee is involved. That's it. You have no idea what the bank is actually telling the finance manager. They could be getting you approved at, say, a 6% interest rate, but charging you 8 or 8.5 or 9. But you have no idea, because all you know is what's on the loan contract and what they're telling you. You've got no way to verify that. Because if you do find out the name of the lender and you call them, they're not going to tell you. And they get to do, and the dealer gets to keep about 3/4 of the profit made from marking the interest rate up. Not only that, but all those upsells I was telling you about earlier, the extended warranties, gap insurance, interior, exterior protection packages, which are a joke, and all that stuff, guys, again, marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost, added to your loan with a marked up interest rate. The dealer is taking you to the cleaners and you don't even know it yet. All you see is a monthly payment. Ignore the payment, look at the amount financed. That's the only way you're really going to tell how much you're paying for it. Payment falls in line with the amount you financed. If you've already done your research and due diligence, you know approximately what the rates are right now, what the terms are, and how, you know, and how much you need down, or how much the banks require between book value and loan value and retail and sale price. So protect yourself, guys. Big deal. You know, my grandfather told me this, one of the many sayings that I've learned over the past 25 years in this industry. My grandfather told me when I was a kid, because he started this place in 1968. Big dealers don't become big dealers by giving people good deals. Remember that, guys. Big dealers do not become big dealers by giving people fair deals. They become big dealers by maximizing profit on everything they do. And anytime a dealer maximizes profit, that means you're paying more. Anyway, ran over. Back to this one, guys. 49.9. Please call before coming to look to verify availability. We do have financing with approved credit and down payment. No dealer interest rate markup. We have no fees. And guys, I mean, we have delivery available. If you need it delivered somewhere, all we do is charge you what it costs us to get it to you and get my driver back home. That's it. And anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go and try to get this one on today. Let us know if we can help. Call before coming to look. If you're coming a long distance, I would recommend leaving a deposit, but that's up to you. And guys, it's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to check the back of the freezer real quick. Because again, guys, if I can't tell a noticeable difference, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But even if for some reason it does work, it's colder, I can tell. So 99% sure it works. In fact, yeah, it's working. Matter of fact, guys, you know, and we do guarantee it to work when you pick it up, so don't worry about that. If you let us know you're coming, we'll plug it in shore power, run the generator, get it cold for you. Just try to give us a day's notice. But thank you again for watching, guys. Just comment, share, subscribe, smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification button. Thank you again for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.